Benvenuti a tutti, siamo qui oggi con Jorge Aranda, un caro amico e un collega spagnolo che ha affrontato l'osteopatia in modo un po' diverso dagli altri e vorremmo che ci parlasse un pochettino delle sue esperienze, come dire, del suo nuovo progetto che sta portando avanti da qualche anno, assolutamente ambizioso, ma ci sembrava giusto parlarne perché è uno dei pochi esperimenti di questo tipo fatti nel mondo. Ciao Jorge, benvenuto. E, innanzitutto raccontaci un attimo della tua storia prima di questo progetto. Io so che tu hai una grande esperienza dal punto di vista osteopatico, dove ti sei formato e prima di intraprendere il progetto di cui poi parliamo, che cosa hai fatto nel mondo osteopatico?
Ciao Daniel, ciao a tutti. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation and for the opportunity to be with all of you. Yeah, well, we know each other for many years. You have seen myself and the foundation growing, so it's great to share with you. So about my basic training, I did my bachelor's in osteopathic medicine at BCom, the British College of Osteopathic Medicine in London. And once I graduated, actually before I finished my study, they offered me to be part of the visceral department. And I started to assist some of the classes. And when I finished, finally graduated, they invited me to stay over and lecture at the department, which I did for 3 years while I lived in London. Once I finished my degree, I went to do a rotation for 6 months at the Osteopathic Center for Children in San Diego, California, where I had the chance to meet and learn directly from Dr. Viola Freiman. That was a very interesting point in my professional and my personal development. And ever since then, I kept in contact with Dr. Freiman at least twice a year, going to visit her until she finally passed away. When I concluded my rotation at the Osteopathic Center for Children in San Diego, California, I then started a master program in pediatric osteopathy at the Osteopathic Center for Children in London, England, which used to be also run as a master by the British School of Osteopathy. The other key thing in my training was that during my last year of bachelor's, I also took the postgraduate course in classical osteopathy, and that was run by the Institute of Classical Osteopathy by Mr. John Wernham. Actually, I was in his last class. He passed away in February before we graduated from his module. So I was very, very happy that I managed to learn directly from him as much as I could. So that would be my basic background when it comes to osteopathy. And then I move on into trying to further explore my knowledge. So I did a master in clinical anatomy by the Faculty of Medicine at the University of Murcia in Spain. And I concluded my education at university level with a PhD, and the topic was cranial osteopathy.
Ok, grazie Jorge. Dopo questa tua fase di formazione so che hai collaborato e insegnato un bel po' nella scuola di Murcia con il nostro caro amico Pepe González, giusto?
Pepe Soler.
Pepe Soler, pardon.
Sì.
Cosa a un certo punto della tua esperienza ti ha portato a cambiare completamente e provare a creare questo progetto nuovo?
Sì, certo. I have had the opportunity to teach at different universities, and I still do. One of them being the Escuela Universitaria de directed by Pepe Soler, here at the University of Murcia in Spain. For many years, I worked at a private institution, a private clinic working with children with special needs. And over the years, I got to develop a deeper understanding of what would it be like to be a child with special needs, not only from the symptom point of view, but also from the family dynamic, from the socioeconomic point of view, and everything that involves takes place when it comes to society and children with disabilities. With all that background, I went on a holiday to Bali, Indonesia, and over there, I felt very comfortable and I felt this sensation of wanting to give back because I was really enjoying the experience and I wanted to offer what I had, which was my knowledge when it comes to osteopathy and children with special needs. So over there, I asked my friends, my local friends, where would it be, where could I find children that would benefit from my services? And very soon we started to find out that the children and adults with special needs in Bali, Indonesia, they did not have much access to healthcare. So that's where everything started and when I decided to do something about it.
Ok, grazie. Questa cosa è successa in quale anno? How many years ago?
My first trip to Bali was in 2015, 15. Yeah.
Ok. E da allora so che le cose sono cresciute un bel po' e raccontaci un pochettino adesso cosa fa la tua organizzazione, che ricordiamo che si chiama Hands with Heart Foundation, cosa fai nel mondo e soprattutto poi raccontaci cosa possiamo fare noi per aiutarti.
Certo. Well, back in 2015, when I started offering my services, I would go back home and tell my friends what I did that summer, and then some friends started to say that they would like to join me and come with me to Bali to do the same thing, to help the children and then enjoying a little bit of free time. We started like that, and all of a sudden, very fast, I noticed that there were a lot of people wanting to do that. So we decided to set it up officially. So in 2016 is when Hands with Heart was officially put together. We started to organize medical missions, bringing mainly osteopaths, physical therapists to Bali, Indonesia, to offer the services for the children. And then we started to get different requests from different parts of the world, mainly through social media. We didn't plan that, but it happened like that. So we decided to expand our services to other countries. We visited different opportunities and options. We decided that going to Costa Rica would be something very interesting and beneficial for the people living in the area. So we started to work in Costa Rica in 2018. Then we got the pandemic, and we thought that that was it, that was over, because obviously we could not fly and we could not go visit, but we kept our commitment to the Balinese community by sending them money to buy food and so on. And during the middle of pandemic, we were asked to go to Romania in Europe. So we thought that the situation was going to be fairly easy, but when we started to visit the facilities over there, we noticed that there was a huge need. So we put together a 2-year plan to work, help and develop the healthcare assistance in Romania. And after that, in 2021, I believe, they also encouraged us to go visit Argentina, which we did. Yes, what we found in Argentina was very, very sad. The situation was quite extreme. So we decided to develop the program over there. So that was 4 countries already. And then by being in close contact with the surfing community, adaptive surfing community in Costa Rica, so people doing surfing with disabilities, we were invited to go to the World Championship of Parasurfing, where we saw the need for some kind of help and assistance for the artists from different nationalities. And ever since then, we have developed a very nice connection with them. So now at the moment, we are also at the 3 main international tournaments for parasurfing, including the World Championship, providing healthcare for all the nationalities. Since we finished the program in Romania, we still wanted to do something in Europe. Sadly, the Russian invasion happened, right, about a little bit more than a year ago. We started to do something about that since Romania is in the border with Ukraine. We started to do as much as we could from the outside. And now, recently, that the certain areas are a little bit more in peace, let's say, or a little bit more safe, we have also started developing the program to help children and adults with disabilities and amputations due to the war conflict in Romania. So at the moment we are in Argentina, Bali, Costa Rica, Ukraine, and the 4 international adaptive surfing tournaments. That's what we do. That's where we are. What is it that we do? We provide a multidisciplinary healthcare approach to disability, mainly including osteopathy, physical therapy, and we also include occupational therapy and behavioral optometry, which we find extremely useful. We would like to use and include more disciplines, and we are developing that program slowly. How could someone help? Well, if you are a healthcare practitioner of any kind, it would be great to count on you to join us in our medical missions around the world. Our medical missions takes place during the year. We put together 2 missions per country, although for Ukraine, we might do it more often. Each mission is 10 days long. And in addition to the mission, we also put together some pre-missions. So everyone joining the mission is starting with a common background. So if you want to support us, if you want to join us, if you want to help those in need who do not have access to healthcare, please contact us. We will be very happy to have you on board.
Ok, grazie. Jorge, un'ultima domanda, poi mostriamo un attimo un video di presentazione della tua fondazione. Quante persone stanno lavorando con te adesso?
Currently, we have 2 people in administration, and then we have around 7 to 8 team leaders. The team leaders are those who organize and take care of the volunteers during the missions. We have a ratio of 1 team leader for every 10 volunteers. So usually our missions are around 20 to 22 people. So we bring 1 person for logistics and administration, and in addition to that, 2 team leaders.
Ok, un'ultima domanda. Se i nostri colleghi che ci stanno ascoltando questa registrazione fossero interessati appunto a dare una mano, a fare qualcosa con te e con la tua organizzazione, che contatti ci puoi dare e a chi si devono rivolgere?
Certo, yeah. So you want to know more about us, you can find us on social media. You just have to go for Facebook or Instagram on Hands with Heart Foundation. The website is www.handswithheartfoundation.org. Our email address is hello@handswithheartfoundation.org.
Perfetto. Come Advanced Osteopati, quello che volevamo aggiungere è che con Jorge, per dare una mano a Jorge e anche per avere l'opportunità di avere lui come docente qua da noi per insegnarci un po' quella che è la sua esperienza, come avete visto, avete sentito, pluriennale in questo ambito. Stiamo organizzando per la prossima primavera un corso che terrà a Milano per noi, il cui intero ricavato verrà dato alla fondazione per poterla sostenere e magari per poter dare anche a noi la possibilità di avere quelle conoscenze che poi ci permettano di andare con lui e seguirlo nelle sue avventure. Ok, io Jorge ti ringrazio tantissimo per questa chiacchierata e mandiamo adesso il tuo video, il video di presentazione, e direi che ci salutiamo. Grazie ancora.
Grazie a te Lele, grazie all'Istituto e un abbraccio a tutti.
Costa Rica es pura naturaleza, selva, montañas, ríos, playas, animales salvajes, pero su corazón es su gente, su amabilidad, su manera de disfrutar de la vida y lo mucho que aman su país. Sin embargo, hay un gran número de niños con discapacidad que viven en exclusión social. Por eso, Hands with Heart se desplaza a Costa Rica con un grupo de estudiantes y terapeutas profesionales de todo el mundo para realizar tratamientos de fisioterapia, osteopatía, optometría y terapia ocupacional. Nos adentramos en la jungla de Talamanca, donde vive la comunidad indígena Bribika-Bekar. Cruzamos el río, viajamos en todo tipo de vehículos y caminamos hasta donde haga falta para llegar a esas familias que tanta ayuda necesitan.
Pura vida, aquí estamos en el playón de Río Sixaola, dirigiéndonos para la montaña. Este río marca la frontera entre Panamá y Costa Rica, pero en este caso, al otro lado del río todavía tenemos Costa Rica, la comunidad indígena Bribika-Bekar. Hoy vamos a subir el río con el bote, con una de esas pangas, para llegar a la comunidad de Sepecue, una de las últimas comunidades de la cordillera, donde se puede llegar con relativa facilidad. Vamos a estar viendo diferentes niños. Todavía, como el día de ayer, habíamos tenido dificultad como de hacer una lista específica porque son zonas muy aisladas, no tienen conexión, y entonces se ha hecho un llamado con un radio y también con un sistema de comunicación interno. En general, hay una población de niños aquí que hemos visitado en la precedente emisión, y entonces estamos seguros que vamos a tener la oportunidad de aportar alguna maravilla a esas familias. Y vamos a subir ahora con esa buseta que se cruzó por el río montada en 2 canoas, y vamos a llegar a la escuela donde se ha organizado la llegada de los niños.
El objetivo de Hands with Heart es crear un censo que refleje la realidad sanitaria y la situación socioeconómica en la que viven los niños y sus familias, además de conseguir mecanismos de financiación directa para las familias y crear una red de centros de asistencia sanitaria cerca de sus residencias. Otra de las principales labores es dar cursos de formación y capacitación a los terapeutas locales para que continúen con los tratamientos.
En busca de su cola.
Y lo que estamos haciendo pues es recuperar este movimiento, ¿vale? Para que ella pueda estar tomada hacia los 2 lados y quitar restricciones.
Ella se llama Gretchen. Gretchen.
¿Cuántos añitos tiene?
Tiene 5 años y 6 meses.
Gretchen es una niña de 5 añitos, tuvo fuertes convulsiones a los 3 meses de vida, estuvo 1 año y 8 meses en hospitales. Toda ella se hinchó, le tuvieron que hacer una operación y quitarle el hígado. Llevó mucho tiempo la traqueotomía para respirar, ahora se la han quitado, pero sigue con la sonda nasogástrica y bueno, padece una parálisis cerebral.
Es una bebé que hay que tenerle mucho cuidado, mucha atención a ella, las 24 horas. Hay que hacerle el licuado, cambiarle los pañales, bañarla, ver el estado si ella está bien, sí o no, ir a las citas diarias. Cuando me llaman a San José tengo que ir a ella, con ella. Para cuidarla es algo muy duro, porque tiene que estar las 24 horas. Bueno, en mi caso, nadie me ayuda. Yo la que vivo aquí solita, yo y ella, pero aquí estoy. Voy a echar para adelante con ella. Me siento muy contento, agradecido con ustedes, sinceramente, como vuelvo, repito, esa es la primera vez que ustedes llegan aquí a mi casa, cuanto he deseado, pero no, yo sé que esta no es la primera vez. Ojalá sigan visitándome aquí, ¿verdad?
The people, it's the first time that we come here, so they didn't know what to expect from us, but they were very welcoming. They welcomed us in their houses. They trusted us with their child. which is a very big thing, and they were extremely grateful. And that's something that made me rediscover a little bit what I love about osteopathy. So, great day.
Yo sí que recomendaría esta experiencia a cualquier persona porque para mí ha supuesto pues eso, una experiencia